Hello fellow film friends, my name is Isaac Ward and welcome to Film Fortress. Here at Film Fortress, we discuss the latest films and whether they are worth your time and your money. Today we will be discussing Mortal Kombat, which is a 2021 film based on the popular video game franchise. There will be no spoilers in this review. Stay tuned till the end of the video to hear my rating and a phrase hinting at my next review. Now let's fight! Mortal Kombat was released in theaters and HBO Max on April 23rd, 2021, and it was directed by Simon McQuoid. Simon McQuoid's previous work includes this film and a short film called The Nighttime Economy in 2014. The Nighttime Economy includes only 2 actors, and it's only 1 minute long. Mortal Kombat must have been a huge change for this director due to its large ensemble and blockbuster feel. Overall, I felt like this film really wanted to take its story very seriously. This was a problem for me because the story bogs down the second act of this film. Instead of gory action sequences, we are giving boring exposition about Mortal Kombat and its world. This is helpful for the general audience to get a better understanding of the Mortal Kombat world, but it's not very helpful to people who have already played the games and know the story behind Mortal Kombat. So this caused me to be pretty bored for about 30 minutes in the middle of the film. As shown by the trailers, Sub-Zero and Scorpion appear in this film. The opening action sequence is very well done, but it's only about 10 minutes long. If the film would have kept the drama and weight of that one scene in the very beginning, it would have made the whole film tremendously better. However, after this great sequence, we're introduced to Cole, played by Louis Tan. Cole is essentially a medium for the audience to see the world of Mortal Kombat, without being a huge part of it. However, his character isn't very interesting because all he does is ask questions about the world, and he's the stereotypical chosen one, which we've seen many times before. We've seen this stereotype in Star Wars with Anakin Skywalker and Harry Potter with Harry Potter. I believe that this stereotype is wearing out in today's films and that people should stop using it. Nevertheless, he encounters famous characters such as Jax, Sonya Blade, and Kano. They go on a journey to defeat the enemies of Outworld. However, this movie is more of a prequel to the story that the video games explore, so if you're looking for the tournament, you're not really going to find it here. So the plot can feel a little underwhelming if you're expecting a lot of action going into this film. Next, let's talk about the pacing and tone. The pacing really slows down in the middle of the film when Cole interacts with the other characters from Mortal Kombat. I also thought that the transition between the opening action sequence and our introduction to Cole had a very drastic change of pace. It really took me out of the film in the beginning, and it was a red flag throughout the entire movie. The tone of this film is very strange, and it changes often. We get an intense and bloody opening that establishes a dramatic tone, and then at the very next scene, people are cracking jokes and everything's all funny. The humor could be really out of place in this film, but Kano really saves it. I thought that Kano was really funny and he brought a lot of heart to this film. Next, let's talk about the editing and cinematography of this film. The editing in this film is really bad. This is especially bad for this kind of film because usually in action films, you want well-edited action sequences. That makes or breaks the film. However, in this movie, every time that we get 5 seconds into an action sequence, it cuts and goes to a different character that we don't really care about. I feel like a single shot action sequence would be very beneficial to this film, but sadly it is not present here. However, the action set pieces and the backgrounds that characters fight in this film are worth seeing on the big screen and are pretty cool. Jermaine McMicking is the cinematographer of this film. I felt like the landscape that he made for Mortal Kombat was really neat, and it was very colorful, and it really had a fantasy vibe to it. So I would definitely recommend this film for its cinematography. You really get to see the detail of Outworld and the other great backgrounds that your characters can fight in. Now, let's give it a rating. Overall, I will slightly recommend this film because of Kano's performance and because of the backgrounds and cinematography in this film. Some of the action sequences are also well done. However, be aware that you may become very bored during the second act. Overall, I will give Mortal Kombat a 6 out of 10. Thanks for visiting the Film Fortress today. What did you think of Mortal Kombat? Please let me know in the comment section down below. Finally, for more reviews coming soon, please hit the subscribe button. The phrase for my next review is the Montana Wilderness. Finally, remember that your opinions matter and deserve to be valued. See you next time.